How's it going, everyone? It's Gavin from Balls to You, and I thought I would take this opportunity, being as I've just had a girl lay and she's left me a few presents, to take this opportunity to do a quick video, I promise, on slugs. What are slugs and what we think may possibly create a slug? This female, she's given me 3 slugs, 4 eggs. So potentially she was going to give me 7 follicles. Okay, now there was only enough sperm there, this is what I think, when she went through the ovulation, for 4 of the eggs. What's killed, why would that female not have enough sperm? Well, we now know that a female, if she has multiple males, she can pick and choose the sperm. So if she's breeding one male and breeding another male, if the other male has got a stronger or potent sperm, she will pick that sperm over the other male. Okay, but what we've seen happen in the past, recently, nowadays what we're seeing is that a female can actually have a dual side clutch. So some of them little swimmers manage to get through and basically fertile some of the eggs, so hence why we have a dual side clutch. Okay, normally again with dual sires, what I tend to see is you tend to have either 1 or 2 of the eggs or the babies hatching out that have come from the other male. So you'll have a predominant clutch of 1 male, and then 1 or 2 of the babies will come from the second male. Again, that's not gospel, that is what I tend to see the most of. Whatever I talk to you about, guys, is stuff I have seen, I've recorded, I've got the data, and I can prove it because it's happened to me. So this is everything that has happened to me. I'm not saying that's across the board and everyone's the same, this is just what's happened to me. So this female, she's gave us 7 follicles in her oviduct to be fertilized. There is only enough sperm there for the 4 eggs. How do we know this? Well, we know this because the female, first of all, she wanted to give us 7 follicles. She has been fed, and basically she can then see a abundance of food for her and the babies. Now, she wouldn't have necessarily gone, okay, there's not enough food there for 7 babies, but there's enough there for 4, so we'll only make 4 fertile babies. This is where the female will, or what I've seen, where a female will basically reabsorb, and she'll reabsorb. What I tend to see is a connection between food and follicle growth or follicle development. I'm not saying the bigger and the heavier your girl is. What I'm saying is the more food she sees that's readily available, the more likely she's going to give you as many follicles as possible, hence turning them into eggs. Okay, so understanding that theory, more food equals more follicles. Okay, it's not about the weight, it's about the follicles. Okay, I've had a first time mom drop me 9 eggs, never been bred before, and I've also had a first time mom drop me 11 eggs. Okay, all fertile. What you will see, if there's not an abundance of food, they will reabsorb, and they won't just give you 1 or 2 follicles, they'll just reabsorb. The next part would be the sperm. Now the female, okay, you mate the male to the female then will hold on to the sperm. Now there's also a rumour going about that certain males will only have X amount of locks, so i.e. they'll only have so much sperm available to them. I don't know if that's true, because the way I look at it, if you run your male through 10 females all in a row in the same week, or 2 weeks let's say, then at the end of them 2 weeks, is he going to be really, let's face it, is he going to be shooting blanks, or is he going to be shooting, you know, viable sperm? Because let's face it, not being crude or anything like this, but can a male produce sperm, male snake that is, produce sperm that much? Because I don't think they can. If you take a male in with a female, take him back out, put him away, give him a 2-week rest, obviously, and you try and feed him, you give him a 2-week rest, you put him in with another female, potentially what I see is that male then is rejuvenating his sperm, and that's just common sense. I'm not teaching you guys to suck eggs. Excuse the puns. However, it's just a lot of times stuff needs to be explained, you know, very simple and, you know, in layman's terms, because that's how I understand. So the way I see, if you're running a male through multiple females, that sperm to me is going to be watered down. So if you're running that male through multiple females in a short period of time, the chances are he will end up firing blanks, hence why you get these. These came from a leopard clutch, sorry, a spot nose clutch that was bred to a leopard, exclusively to a leopard. Now, what else could have happened? So okay, so the male could have been firing blanks. I've had another clutch from him, and they're all fertile, so I don't think him shooting blanks is the problem. Okay, so let's look at the other theories. Temperature. So okay, if you're female, I mean all my females have got a gradual, you know, hot spot working down into the cool spot, but they don't really know, they're just trying to keep their body at a certain temperature. So could that hot spot have been too warm and they have killed the sperm off or weakened the sperm inside? Because again, it's temperature related. Okay, that is a possibility. So another possibility, okay, let's say she wasn't a compatibility thing. Let's say she wasn't happy with his sperm. Okay, that's a possibility. I've seen that, and we have seen it, and I've tried to push this across to people. Compatibility is a thing that we are seeing in ball pythons, not just in cobras or anacondas or king snakes. We are seeing it in ball pythons because they just won't lock. They won't go around eating each other, but they just won't lock. Okay, so compatibility is a problem, and you guys know that I am an advocate of backup males. So let's say the heat was the problem. Okay, well, we've got 3 slugs. In my head, I'm thinking, if I'd have bred another male to this female, would there be more sperm, and hence would we have got a full 7 egg clutch? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm trying to get at, guys? So if we got a backup male and the first original male was sort of shooting blanks, and or there was a problem with the temperature, using a backup male coming in, would he have sired these other 3 slugs? Again, that's something that is going to be hard to prove. Okay, so would a backup male have sired the other 3 slugs? Question is, in my head, I think so. I mean, tell me what you guys think. Put some comments in the comment boxes below. Theoretically, if you think about it, if that sperm that was in that female wasn't enough and there was a little bit too much heat there, and we're not talking about a massive, you know, heat gain, we're just talking about slightly too hot, and that killed that sperm, if we'd have got more sperm inside her, think about it, would there have been more sperm to fertilize the eggs? In my head, yeah. So this is probably another reason why it's ideal to have a backup male. I'm not saying you have to have different backup males. You could have 2 leopard males breeding the 1 female. Okay, yes, it means holding back more males. We tend to be, well, most people will try and be female heavy rather than male heavy. I think it's better to have a 50-50 mix, because that way you could have 2 leopard males, for example, or 2 leopard combos, and you could probably get the job done with 2 males on 1 female. I know this sounds a bit wrong, but I'm trying to get it across, and I hope it's coming across well. So this is my theory on why we have slugs and what slugs are in general. And again, guys, if you have any information, if you feel there is any data you may have that could help us all as a community, then please put it in the comment box below and let me know your thoughts. Again, I'll try and keep things simple. The female wanted to give us 7 follicles. It got into the oviduct, started to have an ovulation, and obviously that's when the eggs are being fertilized, or the follicles are being fertilized and turned into eggs. And guess what? It hasn't happened. Again, I'm not a vet, guys. I haven't got an x-ray machine. I haven't even got an ultrasound. A lot of this is all done from me knowing my animals and collecting the data year in, year out to produce the information that I'm giving to you guys to try and help you guys become better breeders. Please feel free to put some comments in the comment box below. Let me know your thoughts, and again, try it for yourself. Grab yourself a backup male, you know, alternate them males and see if you get any slugs, and then, you know, keep that data and work with it year in, year out and see what happens. I'm going to leave it at that. Have a think, drop some comments in the comment box below, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care, everyone.